receive stitches, trolls receive 86s. Stick around if your house down. Can't hold your shit or your tongue, you gotta go. Should you choose to react like an imbecile, you in turn will be treated so.
Yes, we're being condescending. Yes, that means we're talking down to you. With all that racket from your lips are flapping, we assumed you didn't notice.
Haters, isolators, no one misses these. Bitches, receive stitches, trolls receive 86s. Yes, we're being condescending. Yes, that means we're talking down to you. With all that racket
Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. 7 of you, 10 of you, 2 of you, 1 of you. It doesn't matter to me. I'm glad you're here. And at some point, you'll see this. So, this may end up being a two-parter. I have got so much stuff thrown at me in over the weekend, basically, that putting together stuff has been really difficult with it being the weekend and me doing things. And I feel like it just keeps coming and it just keeps coming. And I may or may not have someone on panel tonight. If that doesn't happen tonight, that'll happen on the next one. Not totally sure yet. But, anyways, we're here to talk about Britfag, Charlotte, and Donna. There's been a lot of back and forth with community tabs. And I just want to say, although I know you all are listening and sitting at home and hoping that you ruined my weekend, you didn't. You're thinking I'm here and I'm super triggered and going to lose my shit. I'm not. I still think you're super pathetic. I've always thought you're pathetic. I think anyone who spends 4 years of their life basically mad off the emotions of somebody else when never did anything to either one of you directly. And I think it's funny that all these years later, when I finally have decided to clap back when I left you alone and I didn't say anything and I let you guys lie and talk shit about my child and talk shit about me and my man and basically anything and everything that you could, the second I finally said, you know what, enough is enough, and I've decided to fight back, now you're all in a hissy fit. Now you're all upset. Now you're all freaking out that people are talking to me and telling me the bullshit that they've went through with you all, and now you don't like it because the shoe's on the other foot. So I'm going to share with you a video. Let me get it going here. And I'm going to give you, hang on a second. Let me pause that for a second and give you a little bit of background. For those of you who don't know the background, I don't know how anybody could not know the background at this point. I don't enjoy doing these type of videos that I just made here that I want you to listen to. I don't enjoy making them. I don't enjoy going down memory lane. I don't enjoy listening to them. I don't enjoy the feelings they bring up and the memories that come with them of places and times. They're triggering as all get out. So I will give you fair warning in advance. This video is super triggering. So if you're easily triggered, go away. If you're watching this in replay, fast forward through it, come back, whatever. But I think I don't have a choice but to give some of this. So particularly in general for over 4 years, but this past weekend, the 3 of them have spent their time, like they always do, obsessing about me, which is really, really fucking strange. But, it's the normal. I'm not a victim. Nothing ever happened to me. I'm just a liar. The typical re-victimizing, trying to trigger me, wanting to get a response. This is your response. This video is your response. The things I'm going to show that you've done to other people are the response. So I like when they're mad and they're like, I've contacted the police about you. Okay. Well, I've never threatened you. I've given no bodily harm threats to anybody. That's why you would call the police. I've never said I'm going to physically do anything to any one of you. So that's weird. But I'm sure you know where I live. I'm sure you got it jotted down somewhere. You look really quick. So you can send them over to my house if need be. If you feel like the police need to talk to me, I'm not unfindable. So there's that, right? Before we get anywhere, let's just start with this video, right? So you have some background on how I am not a victim. I am super deserving of all the shit I have taken from these 3 people, right? I'm super deserving. I'm not a victim. Look away if you're triggered easily, okay? Here we go. Accountability for anything.
I don't, and I'm not going to. Did I ask for this? Did I ask for this? Bitch, did I fucking ask for this?
No.
Why am I gonna take any accountability then? Why am I gonna take any accountability then?
All I've done today.
It's fucking. You were working on your night doing shady shit. I don't feel sorry for you. I can't do nothing except for sit in a fucking house with you. I did not sign up for this.
You can leave anytime you want to.
I plan on it, but I'm gonna fuck you a good one before I leave. Believe that. It ain't all for nothing. Believe it. Most likely, you'll at least be drinking through a straw for 6 weeks.
I'll be drinking through a straw for 6 weeks.
Most likely. Keep fucking with me. Keep fucking with me. Who's the motherfucking prisoner now, bitch? I am. I got it my thing. Cause I've been up all night doing shady shit. So I can't even take a walk. Anything else? Anything else? I'm about to fuck you up, bitch. That's what's up. You're about to get it. Bad. One more fucking time. One more. And I will blast your fucking shit, bitch. Your time is over. I'm sick and fucking tired of you running me. Thinking you can say whatever the fuck you want to and get away with it. Now when you say shit, you're gonna pay out. You gonna watch what the fuck you say to me. Your time is over. Is this what you wanted? Because this is what you got. I don't see you running that motherfucking mouth now, do you? Don't see you running your mouth now, do you? Huh? No? Why not? Why not? What happened to that smart ass bitch that was just here? Put the phone down, get out of the car. Put the phone down, get out of the car. Why do you want me to fucking snap so bad?
I don't. I want you to be. I want you to be an adult.
Why do you want me to fucking snap so bad? Put the fucking phone down and get out of the car.
I want.
Put the fucking phone down and get out of the car.
You don't know how to be anything but threatening.
Put the phone down and get out of the car. Put the phone down and get out of the car.
Why? So I can get out.
Put the fucking phone down and get out of the car.
Why?
Don't ask me no questions.
So I can get out of the car and you can yank me somewhere or drag me somewhere?
Just get out of the car and come talk to me. Put the fucking phone down and get out of the car.
I've been talking to you all morning.
Put the fucking phone down and get out of the car. Put the phone down and get out of the car. Mm-mm. And come and talk to me.
No.
Yes.
I don't feel safe around you.
Yes. Put the phone down and get out of the car. Put the fucking phone down and get out of the car. Put the fucking phone down and get out of the car right now. I need to do it right now. I'm telling you, please do it.
Do it right now, or what are you going to do to
Get
me?
the fuck out of the car right now. Do it now. Do it now. No. Nope. Put the phone down and get out of the car.
I'm not leaving my phone.
I'm gonna snap that bitch in half. Put the phone down and get out of the car.
Okay. I figured since these two women both scream domestic violence, right? They maybe would like to see and hear what domestic violence really looks like. If you can look at just those handfuls of pictures of me, just the tidbit of audio I let you hear, and we're going to get into some stuff, don't worry. If you can listen to and see any of that, thank you. If you can listen to and see any of that, and you want to claim I'm not a victim, I never went through anything, I'm a liar, I'm trying to remember handfuls of things they've said through the years. I would have empathy for women if I had actually been through anything. I came here as an advocate. I didn't come here as an advocate. Never claimed to be an advocate for women. I'm not an advocate in my everyday real life. It's not my job. It's not my career. I don't advertise I'm an advocate anywhere. I don't have or go to any type of women's support group. I don't counsel people on anything. As a friend to people, if they want to talk to me about something, I'm more than happy to talk and give my opinion and how I feel on something. But I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a psychiatrist. I don't have any degrees or background in social work or counseling or any of that. So I didn't come here to be an advocate. You might have just said, oh, wow, this girl went through some shit, so I'm going to bring her my shit, and she's going to help me. I came here to out Harold for what he really was, who he really was, how he was lying to you all, how he was manipulating you all, how women here were in danger of him. That's why I came here. I was in no way, shape, or form did I have any mind at that time to help anybody with anything. And the fact that so many people came to me and threw their shit at me, hi chicken, and expected me to counsel them, or that I was going to white knight for them, or that I had any education or ability to do that for you is insane to me. So I love when you say, I'm not really a victim because I would have some empathy. Well, I did have empathy for you. Let's start with Donna. I had empathy for you, Donna. You came here with your story about a guy that you were dating on the internet. Let's remember too, when we're talking about Charlotte's situation and we're talking about Donna's situation, okay? Mine was a real life situation, okay? Real life, where the person lived in my home at times, did not live in my home at times for months on end, but found his way to me, physically could get a hold of me. It was a real life thing, okay? Charlotte met someone on the internet who she never met in real life and had like this online phone boning sexual video back and forth shit with, right? But never actually met him, but was so traumatized. She's so lucky she got away from him. Donna, whose story now seems to be complete and utter bullshit, met someone online, YouTube, however they met up, went on a vacation. He realized she was a piece of work and basically told her to take a fucking hike. Then she came here and cried victim shortly after I came here with my story, but came here, cried victim, wanted support, got Lindy to stream for her and say how horrible. And even though Ricardo never touched me, she literally says the man never fucking laid a hand on her. But he was verbally and, mentally abusive to her. And I gave her empathy. You see that email? I just played that video with the email where I was, she wouldn't say to me, I got your back and I can understand. And I wish I could take this away from you. Right? If my response to her when she wrote me would have been like, bitch, your problems ain't my problem. Get the fuck out of here. Obviously, I didn't say that, or she wouldn't have wrote me, right? And been like sympathizing to me, right? So she comes here with her story, but then she leaves out the part for the last couple of years, you guys, while she's dragging Ricardo's name through the mud around here, that she continued to text the man for more than a year after she came here. I already showed, and I can show again, Lindy's stream from 2021, and she was still texting Ricardo in December of 22 and thereafter. And I'm going to show that here in a second, right? But she was a victim of abuse. I don't wish what I went through on anybody, even you bitches that I don't fucking like. I don't wish it on anybody. But don't ever try to compare what you went through with what I went through. Don't ever fucking say nothing happened to me and I'm full of shit. And you want to take police reports and you want to take court documents and restraining orders and all this other shit and post my shit online left and right and claim that, you know, you all are super private fucking investigators and you know everything about everything and I must be a liar, and you want to twist and mess up everything and anything that I've ever said, or try to at least. Good luck with that. Because you can keep showing the documentation of the restraining order. And when I tried to get it dissolved, and I've already explained why I did that, being under duress and held in a car and drove to the courthouse to do that. Like, you weren't there. You didn't live my life. You weren't privy to what was going on. You weren't there day in and day out. You don't know. Hi, Kiwi. Hi, Renee. You don't know what kind of shit I went through for you to pass any judgment on me and say that nothing happened to me. You're fucking disgusting, all three of you, literally. I had forgot to, give me 1 second. There is something else I want to play for you. Hi to all of you that are here, by the way. I see I now have more of you here. So if you don't mind, while I forgot to upload the other video I made that I really want you to hear, and we're going to stop and talk about it through it. So let me get that moved over to myself so I can play it here for you. I've just had a lot going on this weekend, so I have completely spaced out on getting stuff over to myself. But I'm going to play the one I just played for those that just got here so you can see it again while I get this other one sent over. And we'll stop and we'll talk about this next one. And then I have some other things to read. And then we'll see if, hi, Brandon, if the next one person is going to pop in or if this is going to end up being a two-parter. But you all don't get to cry victim and say, she can't put this out on me. She can't do that. She can't show my DM. She can't do this. She can't do that. Why the fuck can I? You all been doing it to me for 4 fucking years. For 4 years, you've been digging through my real life, through court documents and police records, and talking to his family behind the scenes, supporting his family behind the scenes, being absolutely vile, talking about my kid from the time she was 14 up until now. You're fucking gross. But I can't show your DMs, Donna, between you and Ricardo. Charlotte, I can't show yours between you and Legeno. No? You've picked apart my story and like thrown it in a fucking wok and started around as though it didn't happen and didn't exist. But when I've now decided to play dirty like you all, that's not okay. It doesn't work that way. All right, I'm going to replay the one I just played. So for those of you who already saw it, step away, talk amongst yourselves, whatever. I'm going to play it for those who just came in. And then I'm going to have the other video ready for me to upload that deals with Charlotte, okay? But for those of you that just got here, welcome. I'm not a victim. I was never a victim. I'm just a big old fat liar. Nothing ever happened to me. That's basically the gist of what these 3 idiots are saying. So hang on. Let me put it back up for you. Trigger warning.
You take no accountability for anything.
I don't, and I'm not going to. Did I ask for this? Did I ask for this? Bitch, did I fucking ask for this?
No.
Why am I gonna take any accountability then? Why am I gonna take any accountability then?
All I've done today.
It's fucking. You all went on your night doing shady shit. I don't feel sorry for you. I can't do nothing except for sit in a fucking house with you. I did not sign up for this.
You can leave anytime you want to.
I plan on it, but I'm gonna fuck you a good one before I leave. Believe that. It ain't all for nothing. Believe it. Most likely, you at least been drinking through a straw for 6 weeks.
I'll be drinking through a straw for 6 weeks.
Most likely. So keep fucking with me. Keep fucking with me. Who's the motherfucking prisoner now, bitch? I am. I got a mud thing. Cause I've been up all night doing shady shit. So I can't even take a walk. Anything else? Anything else? I'm about to fuck you up, bitch. That's what's up. You're about to get it. Bad. One more fucking time. One more. And I will blast your fucking shit, bitch. Your time is over. I'm sick and fucking tired of you running me. Thinking you can say whatever the fuck you want to and get away with it. Now when you say shit, you're gonna pay out. You gonna watch what the fuck you say to me. Your time is over. Is this what you wanted? Because this is what you got. I don't see you running that motherfucking mouth now, do you? Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Don't see you running your mouth now, do you? You need to talk. Huh? No? Why not? Why not? What happened to that smart ass bitch that was just here? Put the phone down, get out of the car. Put the phone down, get out of the car. Why do you want me to fucking snap so bad?
I don't. I want you to be.
I
want you to be an adult.
Why do you want me to fucking snap so bad? Put the fucking phone down and get out of the car.
I want.
Put the fucking phone down and get out of the car.
You don't know how to be anything but threatening.
Put the phone down and get out of the car. Put the phone down and get out of the car.
Why? So I can get out.
Put the fucking phone down and get out of the car.
Why?
Don't ask me no questions.
So I can get out of the car and you can yank me somewhere, drag me somewhere.
Just get out of the car and come talk to me. Put the fucking phone down and get out of the car.
I've been talking to you all morning.
Put the fucking phone down and get out of the car. Put the phone down and get out of the car. And come and talk to me.
No.
Yes.
I don't feel safe around you.
Yes. Put the phone down and get out of the car. Put the fucking phone down and get out of the car. Put the fucking phone down and get out of the car right now. Do it right now. I'm telling you. Please do it.
Do it right now, or what are you going to do to
Get
me?
the fuck out of the car right now. Do it now. Do it now. No. Nope. Put the phone down and get out of the car.
I'm not leaving my phone.
I'm gonna snap that bitch in half. Put the phone down and get out of the car.
I was muted. Sorry. All right. Sorry. I had to get the other video uploaded because I totally forgot about it because I'm doing way too many things. Anyway, sorry for those of you who had to see that for a second time. So yeah, that's my whole remember when Britfag and Charlotte and Donna want to call me a liar. I only gave you a very, 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 very small snippet there of what life was like for me on an everyday basis. So yes, Brandon, all those photos were of me. Those are all photos from different events and times and things that happened to me. And it's pathetic that 4 years later, I have to show that stuff to really, it's only to prove to those three that I actually went through anything, because I don't really think anybody else really questions it at this point other than them. What does that say about them? Right? So, yeah, reading your comment, Brandon, it was not nice what went on behind closed doors. And for everyone that always pulled the, well, why were you recording him? Why didn't you just call the police? Like, we've been through this so many times. I did call the police. He was arrested, I think 7 times at minimum. Police were called. They did show up. He did get arrested. He was adjudicated guilty. That's a word that Donna needs to know. Like, she's throwing up paperwork from, was it like 11 years ago on Ricardo saying, this is proof right here. He's a domestic abuser, blah, 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 blah. It's not even for you. It didn't even happen to you. Also, did it not happen to you? I want to see your receipts, Donna. We live for receipts around here, right? So I'm going to need to see your receipts of what he did to you. Does it compare to any of that stuff that you just saw? Oh, Brandon, that is their, I don't know if it means fat cunt or I don't really know what it means. But anyways, that's Britfag's new way of using code lingo like Nicole does. He probably is the one who told her use code and lingo because he thinks it keeps him from getting struck. I struck him 3 times. 2 are already down. 1 is in the process. I think he's getting another strike from somebody else. Like, dude, I'll strike your shit left and right. Not because I give a fuck about what you put up, but just because I can. Because you're an asshole and you're an idiot and you're a fucking stalker. So anytime you throw up pictures of me or documents from the court or this or that or whatever, I'm going to strike it consistently, and I'll keep doing it until your channels are taken away. I'll keep giving you those bans. So yeah, you got 2 strikes from me today, 2 privacy ones that went through. You got another on the way. Actually, you got quite a few others on the way. So enjoy those. I highly doubt it means fun chick, Brandon, but hey, we'll go with that. FC, fun chick right here. Whoop, whoop, all day long. All right. So there's so much, and I have a terrible headache tonight, you guys. I'm sorry, but I was like, that's why I said this may be a 2-parter, but I'm going to push through it. But so yeah, so I love how Ricardo sent me, if you saw in that video, he sent me photos of his concealed carry permit, which proves he's not a convicted felon, because if he was, he wouldn't have a concealed carry license. So just because you all should know this, because I've explained it so many times, Donna, Britfag, Charlotte, just because someone gets arrested doesn't mean they were convicted of a crime. Haven't y'all ever watched the show Cops? What do they say at the beginning? All suspects are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Just because they get arrested and they go to jail doesn't mean they were convicted. So just because this woman filed paperwork on him doesn't mean that she wasn't a liar, right? Doesn't mean that maybe he did something, maybe he didn't. I don't know. I'm not going to dig through his shit, and he can give it to me if he wants to, but he wasn't convicted. So we're going to need to see those papers, Donna. We're going to need to see, because I'm not digging through Ricardo's life because it's none of my fucking business. I'm just allowing him to say his piece here, because what I know is you're a liar who continued to text this man for years after you said he abused you. You know who I didn't text for years after they abused me? Harold. You know who I never went to see in jail when I was finally away from him? Harold. You know who I've never wrote in prison right now where he's sitting and rotting? Harold. Obviously, Ricardo, it takes forever. She's super fucking sick obsessed with you. It's so obvious. It's not even funny. The obsession, just based off the DMs, the text between you all that I've seen. She's literally talking about basically to me, a bad date that happened, 4 years ago, 21, right? So you guys went on a date. Unfortunately, your date involved a plane ride and a trip in Vegas and whatever. I'm not saying you guys didn't fight. Maybe you didn't fucking mouth off to her. I don't know. I wasn't there. She doesn't have anything to show or prove us otherwise. Did she ever file a police report on you, Ricardo? If you were so abusive, is there a single police report out there on what you supposedly did to her? Because, man, you can find them on Harold in about 4 different counties, multiple fucking ones, multiple restraining orders, multiple arrests, multiple times he sat in jail for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, a little more than that, 6 months, 2 years. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said the proof is in the pudding. Like, I more than have enough proof. Oh, they all weight shame me, Brandon. They think, I was on camera on Jake's, was it last week? A few days ago? I don't know. Go back and look through the videos. But I was on cam on Jake's for a good 5-10 minutes or so. Like, I don't care if they have some unflattering photos of me or times where I was having a flare up and blown up or, whatever. People can gain weight. People can lose weight. I hate to tell you that. People can lose weight as well. But what I look like has nothing to do with anything, because I don't use YouTube as a dating site. I have a fucking man who is super fucking happy with me. And guess what, ladies? He'll stick his dick in me anytime I want him to. So why you care what I look like could give a shit less. I could give a shit less what Charlotte looks like or Donna looks like or Britfag looks like. That means nothing to me. And the proof is up to the accuser to prove. And I more than had enough proof. So you are true. So that's why I'm saying I'm not digging through your life, Ricardo. Anything you have given me, you have willingly and freely given me. So I'm not going into court records in other counties and going to dig shit up and try to find statements between you and your ex or whoever was involved in that thing or whatnot. That's exactly for her to prove. You don't know anything to anybody here. That woman's not here. Just like I was not happy when Taylor was talking about Isaac's wife in her stream. And I said, that's not her story to tell. This is not Donna's story to tell. Donna, it's not for you to tell someone else's story. Because I'm sure if she came here and was like, no, we got into a fight or whatever, and I filed it and I was mad and everything's fine, it's good, and it's all kosher now. I'm sure you would just find a way to call her a bitch and a liar and, just attack her too. Because if it doesn't fit your narrative of what you want people to think, it's not right, right? I totally agree, Brandon. Faceless people envy others with guts and confidence and esteem to show who they are. Dina, you look great, and you look like you lost weight, actually. So I did, Brandon. Listen, I just turned 50 a week ago. I am not going to look like I looked like at 20 ever again in my life. But what I weigh, my man has loved me if I have been very sick and 98 pounds. And very sick and 180 pounds. Never have I been the 300 or 400 pounds they seem to claim that I am. It's ridiculous. But no, I'm at a healthy weight right now. And not that I owe an explanation of that to anybody, but yeah, I got health stuff. So my weight can fluctuate. I can get real sick and get real skinny. There's been multiple times in my life that's happened, and I can get real sick and I can blow up depending on what's going on with me. It only bothers them though, Brandon. It seriously doesn't bother me. I don't care if they have a problem with the way I look, my face, my hair, my weight, my whatever. Because like I said, I'm happy in life. Got a man who loves me. Don't give a shit about any of that at all. Yeah, I know, Brandon. It's hysterical. It is irrelevant to the actual points. It's just a way to try to take away from the actual facts of what's happening. Like, oh my God, look, did you see what they said? They said this. And it totally takes you off of the actual subject matter. That also just shows their immaturity, that that's what they got to use. Look, their comebacks are old. Their stories are old, right? They're just a broken record of repeated shit over and over. Like, I know how old I am. I'm only guessing. I've been told Charlotte's older than me by 5 years. I know Donna's a good 4 or 5 years or more. Actually, I think she's 7 years older than me. Of course, we have no clue how old Britfag is. But he sounds old when he talks. But is this literally what they're going to do for the next 4 years? Are you all going to sit around and obsess over me and make post after post after post and re-victimize me or try to re-victimize me or try to re-traumatize me over something that happened 4 years ago to me? Like, I hate to tell y'all, I sold that house. I don't live there no more. The only one who thinks about it day in and day out is you all. Making that video annoyed me to have to even show people like, look, this is what they're saying, that they're both these women of domestic violence. And look, here's what actually happened to me, but I'm the supposed liar. I don't like revisiting that shit. I don't live there anymore. I don't enjoy making those videos. I don't like the memories that come with them. I don't want to re-see it. I have so much unlisted shit on my channel because I don't want to have to relive that over and over. In your comment to me in your email, Donna, when you were like, I can only imagine, like every time I see a plane, I need an Ambien to sleep, like I lose my shit. Give me a fucking break. So every time I see a car, am I supposed to lose my shit because I was held in one so many times? And I wish I could take that away from you. I really do. Well, you've done a real great job of just repeatedly shoving it in my face as I've been healing over 4 years. Thank you so much for that. Must suck for you all that I'm actually a strong person and don't let shit like that get to me. I literally believe what the three of you have done, and I think I could more than prove it with the amount of screenshots and screen recordings and videos and everything I have that you all have done over 4 years. You've been suicide baiting me for years. I truly believe that's your end game. I hate to tell you, that'll never happen. This is why I really hope you did contact your police, because when I contact your police, because you said you did, and I say, where would you like that flash drive? Where can I send it? That's going to show your disgusting comments, Donna, about my kid, my minor child at the time, and your vile talk to me, and the hate mobbing and brigading and re-victimizing and basic straight ass fucking harassment. You're going to look like a big old fucking idiot. So bring it. I welcome your police. You know where I live. Send them on over. Never called that lady out of her name, only requested her to stop speaking my name. It's simple. Well, basically the same thing that I did, Ricardo. I also asked them to move along. I left YouTube for a year. They continued that just shows you how mentally fucking unstable these people are. I was not even here for an entire fucking year while I worked on my house. Wasn't even here. And I would get screenshot after screenshot from people. They still talked about me while I wasn't even here. Why they're still talking about me now, I don't even know. I'm only talking about them because they need to feel relevant. They need a response and a reaction out of me. But hey, let me get this other video going because it's really fucking interesting. So let's get to Charlotte, right? Charlotte's story. Charlotte was so mad at me that, and I'll show you guys here in a bit, that she had reached out to me on Facebook to bitch to me about Leigh Jeno, who she was dating at the time. and that I didn't white knight for her. Just like Donna was mad I didn't white knight enough for her. I didn't white knight for her that she went on this tangent of obviously nothing ever happened to Dina and she's a complete bitch and I'll just spend the rest of my life going after her because she didn't bow down to me and lick the bottom of my feet and do what I wanted her to do. Who the fuck was I to be in any position to go after anybody on YouTube in 2021 when I was here for like 3 or 4 months at the time? For people that I really barely knew or didn't fucking know at all. And it's not my place. I never, if you all remember when I came to YouTube and Harold was not in jail yet and was on YouTube and threatening me with videos and shit, never once did I go to any of you and ask you to attack him. Never. I never said, go to his chat and fucking talk shit, drive him crazy, send him messages, nothing. I just came here and told you all who he was. I didn't ask any of you to fight my fight for me, right? But for some reason, you all expected me to just fucking jump and do that for you, for people that I didn't even really fucking know. Truthfully, if an airport with an ID is a purchase ticket, ask around for security, will show you where to go. All I did was switch my seat. Listen, you don't have to tell me, Ricardo, if you're 50 years old or whatever she was at the time and you don't understand how to take a fucking flight and walk through security, even if you've never been on a plane before, common sense can't tell you how to do that. I don't know what to fucking say. Oh, everybody, welcome, Late Jeno. He says, I did nothing to that woman other than be nice. I ended the relationship due to her connection to Anderson Henderson. She had lied about me and started nonstop since then. I don't know if you just got here late, but that's all she has done to me for 4 fucking years. And I'll just say this, and I've said it before, Anderson Henderson is fucking disgusting. That guy was buddy with Harold. They talked on the phone. They had each other's numbers. They were in all kinds of side shit. I truly believe that they probably shared some fucking disgusting stuff. He took that girl across state lines before she was of legal age. He's been arrested, I believe, multiple times, one for stalking like a 12-year-old or something. So there you go. If that's who Charlotte wants to hang out with. I've done nothing to that woman despite her claims. If in doubt, ask her for proof. She has plenty of lies, zero truth. Oh, I know that. Because she spent 4 years, Lay, in case you don't know this, she has spent 4 years going after me and saying I'm not a victim and nothing ever happened to me and I'm a liar. And she has talked about my kid and talked about me and my boyfriend and everything under the sun because I would not white knight and go after you for her. That's her reason for being mad at me. So let me pull up this video, and it is actually you speaking about this. Lay, and if y'all want to pause and say something, or you want me to say something, or if I feel like I have to say something, I will. So give me a second. Let me pull this up. Oh shit, did I do the wrong one? Oh my God. I'm not a fantastic streamer like the rest of you guys are. I don't have this shit down like you all do. All right, we're going to chit chat for a minute before I get this because I obviously sent the wrong damn thing to myself to upload. Oh, I did that while the other video was playing. I was trying to save time here, but I'm not a fantastic streamer. Sorry. All right, let me send it over so I can upload this real quick. And then we can watch it. She's legit crazy. Only reason she's mad at you is because we're friends. The reason I stopped coming here, she was attacking you because, she has never stopped. Lay, FYI, she has never stopped attacking me. I don't get it. It's creepy fucking weird. I feel like you and me and Ricardo should be in some kind of like crazy person fucking club. Like it's obsessive. It's stalking. It's downright fucking creepy. I don't get it at all. I don't get it at all. Hang on. I'm just sending this thing to myself. And you're welcome to come up, Leigh. I did send you a link. If it's still a link that works, you are welcome to come up. I can send you another one. I do want to get this video sent over to me so I can play it for you guys because it is you describing that situation. or you're welcome to just come up and talk about it. But I did stick together all the clips I found of you talking about how she claimed you were talking about her child. And I don't want to make this about kids, that you were talking about her child when in actuality, you were talking about what she was doing as a mother that was fucking disgusting. So I find it really weird that she flipped that. And what's funny is when she got mad at me that I wouldn't go at you, she sends me messages in Facebook Messenger, and she sent me screenshots inside of a screenshot. So she screenshot something that was a screenshot within a conversation. You literally can't read any of it. So I don't even know what the hell she was trying to show me. I have blown it up. I got pictures I uploaded here to show you, like even blown up, you can't even read what it says. So I don't even know. And then when I really blow it up and try to make out what the thing said, I still don't even understand them. There's screenshots out of somebody's chat from 2021 when she sent them, and they literally don't say anything about anything. When she's like, he's attacking my kids. It's like the whole Rachella and Taylor thing where I kept saying to Taylor, show me the screenshot, show me the proof, show me the proof. And I wouldn't get any. Like, what the fuck? Oh, I have to send you the link again. Okay, give me just 1 second. Like I said, I'm not as computer savvy as the rest of you. Although everybody wants to think that, I really, really, really am not. Give me 1 second. I will, how do I do this? Give me 1 second. I'm going to mute for a second so I don't break out y'all's eardrums, okay? Because the only way I know how to grab a link. Oh, wait a minute. I can maybe do it this way. Hang on. Give me 1 second. I'm going to email it to you. I don't put my links in the chat because I don't know how to hide my screen like the rest of you guys do. I don't need weirdos coming up here and sending me or porn bombing me or any other crap that everyone does because they're immature. It's going to come, just FYI, Lay. Hang on, I got to find your email. It's going to come from a different email address, okay? Just so you don't think you're getting something weird from somebody else, because I'm going to be sending it off my computer, which is a completely different email address. Oh, I just saw your other email. We're not going to talk about that live, but I will email you back about that. It's coming. Hang on. I'm putting my name in the subject so that you know it's me, okay? It's going to come from an email that says something about grooming, just so you're not like, what? Dog grooming, not the other kind of fucked up grooming. Dog grooming. I was a dog groomer. Absolutely, Brandon. I'm going to take on that name just like I took on the name Bald Eagle, and I'm going to wear it with pride. Absolutely. Sorry, Leigh, I have like one email that I use on my computer and on my phone. They're like all connected within one thing to make it easy. And I'm much more savvy with a phone than I am with a computer. So there's that. 1410 KC. What does that mean? 1410 KC. I also saw, no problem, Leigh. I also saw, Ricardo, that you had sent me some stuff. That's why I said this might have to be a two-parter. So their paranoia and freak out can last a little bit longer, not realizing that I got so much more. And that I just wasn't going to devote my entire weekend to this fuck shit. Yeah. Like I had better things to do and my plans weren't going to change for these losers. That's really, to me, that's really what I think is the worst of it. I think they're so miserable, it just pisses them off that I am not. Like, I'm so sorry that I have a happy, nice life, and that I don't stress out about shit like you all do. I'm so very sorry that I got out of a shit situation and am in a good one, and that it pisses you off so bad because your lives are miserable. Go do something about it. Fix it. Fix your fucking lives. You got to get more weed. You don't got enough for this. That's funny. Hey, Lee,
Hello.
how are you?
Hey, that was quick. I didn't expect you to put me up so quickly. You caught me off guard.
Oh, sorry.
Hang on, I'm still muting the other tab.
No problem.
Okay. Hi. First of all, long time no speak, and I'm sorry that we kind of parted ways because of this dum-dum. Honestly, the only reason I ever left this channel was because I like your channel, I respect your channel, and I did not want Geno-based drama being generated over here. I didn't realize how crazy she is and that she would still continue even after I was gone.
That's okay, and I appreciate that. I also left YouTube for a year, FYI.
Yeah, I did the same, by the way, and also was the focus of live stream after live stream while I was gone. They were celebrating and saying I was in jail when I when I never was.
Of course, they probably went around saying I was in like a loony bin or something for all I know.
Yeah. So where do you want to start? It's probably best if I just answer questions. I have to be careful what I say because of legal issues. This woman has falsely reported me to the police several times. Every time I've spoken to the police voluntarily, and every time they've told me we can't figure out why she thinks you're threatening her. She sent them a bunch of screen grabs, and the police officer had to ask me, "Where's the threat?"
Exactly. So basically, Lay, the same thing with me, right? So I hear myself coming through. Me or you? Where am I coming through?
I'm not hearing an echo, so.
Oh, I am.
And I have headphones on, so it shouldn't be me.
Well, I don't have headphones on.
Hang on, let me turn echo cancellation off on here just in case it is me, but it shouldn't be. I have headphones on. Is that better?
Let's see. Yeah, I think so. So how about we start with this? How did the two, so we can get into the whole story of what happened. I can't believe we're talking about something that happened 4 fucking years ago to begin with.
Much to my great shame. Like, okay, so at the time,
like, how did you all meet? I guess start with that. Like, how did you meet? How, whatever. You just go and I'll.
She found me. So I was watching a dum-dum called Poon Handler because someone who I knew was over there trolling about cancer. My mum died of cancer, yeah, and they were doing it to try and get at me, right?
Right.
So I went over there and I, handled business. I got the guy to admit he was lying, yada yada yada. And that's when Charlotte tapped me on the shoulder and was like, "Yay, my mum also died of cancer. Like, I just want to let you know what you did was awesome." But so we got chatting and we were friends for a minute. It was very brief. I'm embarrassed to admit that I even paid that girl any time or attention because, but anyway, what happened was she was friends with Anderson Henderson, and I had just met Lizzie at that point. I didn't know who she was. I didn't know the history, and people were starting to fill me in. And I think Charlotte did like a preemptive strike.
Back then, I remember that.
Yes, you were one of the people who was giving me the details. Yes. So Charlotte tried to do a preemptive strike, and she was like, "Well, look, he's my friend, and I think it's a bit unfair that you're judging him just based on rumors and yada yada yada. Why don't you come to his channel and see for yourself?" The first time I went over there, he was talking about eating dead fetuses.
Gross.
And he was being gross and like all kinds of weird and creepy because it's Anderson Henderson, right?
Because he is gross, yeah.
So I asked another mutual friend of ours, what the fuck? Why are people condoning this? How can you like support this? And Charlotte had been lurking, not in chat, just watching what I was doing, right? Straight away, she messaged me, "Don't you talk to my friend like that." Da, 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 da. I was like, "Do you know what? If these are your friends, I'm really not interested. Bye." Turns out she had lied to me. The girl I was talking to in chat was actually dating Anderson Henderson at the time.
Oh.
So I was like, look, you got some weird, creepy friends. I don't want to know. Bye. And I left. And I never mentioned her for 2 months. This crazy bitch ran around the internet slandering me. Like, the trolls were trying to guess who I had just broken up with, right? So she
Mhm.
made herself known. I didn't tell them, hey, here's my crazy ex. She went and found all of my haters, started telling lies about me, attacking her, harassing her. Meanwhile, this crazy bitch threatened to burn my house down. I've never made any threats of physical violence or anything like that. All I've ever done is say, "You're crazy, leave me the fuck alone." She's accused me of attacking her daughter. Like, there's so many weird things. Now, all of this started because I bought her a headset because while we were being intimate, she had a habit of putting me on hands free on speakerphone and leaving her door open. And I was like, no, that's not cool. So I bought her a headset. That's the only fucking time her kid has ever come up in conversation, and I wasn't the one who mentioned it.
Right, and I have the clip where you explained this, and it's an old clip. It must be from like 4 years ago, where you said, I bought you a headset because you were being a bad mom because you're a dirty bitch who was leaving the door open and leaving things out loud, and that you were being creepy to her, as in
Moaning
to
and groaning.
Charlotte, not to her kid.
Yeah, her excuse was she likes to leave the door open, her bedroom door open, so the cats don't scratch the door when they want to get in and out. And she kept saying things like, "Oh, that fucking kid's like a ninja. She just sneaks up." It's like, no, you share a house. It's a small apartment, and you're sitting there moaning and groaning on the phone, diddling yourself with and putting me without my permission on loudspeaker. Hell no. I got mad at her several times because I would find out I was on loudspeaker.
Yeah, she's a weirdo. So like, okay, so I'll go into how I met her, right? So when I came to YouTube, and we all know I came on RSN's channel because he was fighting with my ex and he's the one that was
Yep.
exposing him, and I came on, blah, 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 blah. She was someone that went to RSN's. Well, this is when I very first came to YouTube, and I didn't know how people were here on YouTube. And I've never hidden my identity in the past and didn't realize people didn't tell people who they were, but it didn't matter because I was already doxxed previous to even coming to YouTube when they were doxing police records and stuff. So that was already out there. So at some point, I believe on RSNs, I had said, well, I don't use Twitter or this, that. I'm a Facebook person. So you guys have my name. If you want to friend me on Facebook, go ahead and blah, 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 blah. Well, that's what she did. She friended me on Facebook. And I had a lot of people on Facebook, right? A lot of family and friends, a lot of personal connections through 30 years of the industry I was in, a lot of people within the music industry because of my
Yeah.
ex.
And
There's a
I'm not
lot of
saying this like you did anything wrong, but I bet you regret that now, don't you?
Oh, absolutely. So it was also very short-lived. I don't remember her ever commenting on my Facebook page. Maybe she could have done a
No,
thumbs up
she
once or
stalks
twice.
and lurks until she has
Right.
something disapproving to say.
Oh, well, all my shit's on lockdown in private now, and it's been that way now for years. But so she friended me on Facebook. I accepted it. Her as well as like a handful of other people who none of them are on my friends list anymore. So at some point, when she obviously got mad at you. Well, hang on. I have the messages pulled up right here.
Yeah, because at that time I was coming up here on this channel quite a lot. I was
Right.
really into what you were doing. I was being
Yeah.
very supportive, genuinely. It wasn't like
Yes, you
fake
were.
support. I
Mhm.
genuinely found you
Yes.
to be a compelling person telling a good story. It was not fuck shit drama like the rest of YouTube. I was down. I was like, yay, Dina. And I was fully supportive. You remember.
Yes, absolutely. I agree with that. So what I find funny is, right, her Britfag Donna, they consistently, besides just lying about me for years on end, they're always saying like, sure, she just stalks our page. She does it. I have never once been to Charlotte's YouTube channel. I've never been to her page or her community tab. I've
Me
never been
neither.
to Donna's. And I think I've been to
Sorry,
Britfag.
just to clarify, I don't know who Donna is at all, and I only know this
Okay.
other guy because he has also stalked me on Charlotte's behalf. So
Yeah, he's a nutcase. But I never have been to their channels, right? Britfag's like a handful of times maybe. And I get screenshots sent to me consistently from people in the year I wasn't here, previous to me leaving, since me coming back. So
same.
everything I know and see, it's because people send it to me. And they're always like, she stalks her page. She does this, she does that. And what I find is funny is when I scroll back on my Facebook messages here with her, what was she doing? sending me screenshots of people running their fucking mouth. That's how she started
Tina,
messaging me.
it got to the
in
point where
Messenger.
I had to even tell my own friends, listen, I know you think you're doing me a favor and I know you think you're helping me. I don't want to see this shit anymore. Just don't send it to me anymore.
Oh my God, I have done that more times than I can tell you. I've got to the point where I realize some of the stuff they do legitimately I should see that they send to me, especially when it involves my child.
Yeah, unless it's
Some
a
of it
police matter, I don't care.
right. Right. Some of it I don't want to see. I understand why they do it, but my point is I'm not stalking them. I don't want anything to do with this fucking lunatic or her weirdo fucking friends. I was silent. So I left YouTube in November of 21 for like 3 or 4 months. I came back and then 9 months later I left for actually a little over a year. When I came back to YouTube in January of 24, so just a year ago, when I came back, I had taken everything off my channel, anything and everything that had to do with my ex, why I came here.
Same.
And I started uploading shorts. So I don't know if you noticed, my channel's at 13.9
Yep,
thousand subscribers.
I've been sub to you nonstop since the day
Okay,
we met.
thank you. So I started doing shorts. I was doing cooking videos. I was doing stuff on my house. I was doing go stuff. Nothing that had to do with anybody. I don't go to anyone's chats and channels other than Jake's usually. I'm not like, I don't know a lot of people. I don't know the drama that's going on. I was like, I'm just going to come and have fun and do my own thing.
You know
It
how
just,
stupid
once
I
I
feel.
came back, just kept going and kept going and kept going and kept going. And finally, my friends were like, don't do it. You've been doing so good. I said, you know what? No, I'm done. Like, how long am I supposed to sit back and basically be a victim again when I was someone's victim for so long and take their shit the
Yeah, and
second
even if
I
you don't feel
snap-
like a victim, it's the fact that
right
they're trying to make you one.
to make me one.
It's the effort. Yes, it's not the fact that you
Exactly.
feel victimized.
And then the second I snap back, it's she's a fucking lunatic. She's such a crazy bitch. She's a this. Nothing ever happened to her. They just flip it, right? Even though
Yep.
they've never stopped since 2021. So when I'm looking back on these messages, her initial messages to me are basically her sending me screenshots of things, you know, which back then I can guarantee I didn't care anything about. Something about a comment someone made, and she sends me like screenshots within screenshots. I can't even read them. Even
Yeah,
when I
look,
blow them up,
even
you
the
can't make them
police,
out.
the
What's
British
that?
police, even the British police were mystified by her screenshots. Because
By her
listen, just
screenshot.
very briefly, I don't want to cut you off.
No,
So,
go ahead.
I've been to the police station 3 times to attend what they call voluntary police interviews, which is basically when someone makes a complaint about you, but there's no crime. They call you up and say, hey, would you like to attend the police station and talk to us about this? And they're fishing for information. If they think they
Right.
can arrest you, they will. If they think it's nothing, they'll tell you, sorry, we wasted your time. Right? I've attended 3 of these voluntary interviews. The first time I went, the police officer sat me down and he looked genuinely bemused. And he was like, putting the pieces of paper down in front of me. And I was like, look, this is what she sent us. And he put the third piece of paper down and he was like, this one just seems to be you telling her to leave you alone. And he chuckled. And I was like,
Right.
yes, it is. Like, have she shown you anything that I've actually done? Has she ever, like, she says I've threatened her. Has she shown you a threat? She says I've talked about her kid. Has she shown you me talking about her kid? She said I've done X, Y, and Z, and I supposedly revenge porned her. Like, is there any proof of any of this? Meanwhile,
Well, I
she has
think-
done all of these things, all of them and more.
I think, hang on, I think she talks about that here. So this is where it started for me, right? Like everything prior to November 17th of 2021 is very friendly. And my responses to her are mainly a sentence, a couple, like I understand that people get mad when back then. I get it now because YouTubers like to talk. I get it when people would send me messages and they'd only get a sentence back or a word back from me. They felt slighted or like I didn't give a shit what they were writing.
Yeah, but
what
get over it. Whatever.
Right.
Like,
but what they didn't realize is I live a very busy life. And back then I was running a business and working and I had the horses. And like sometimes
and
that's all I
YouTube
can
takes up
give.
a lot of time. Do you know what? I'm a nobody and I still get like 500 messages in a week sometimes.
Right.
So, like,
Right. I mean, but sometimes that's all I had to give. That's literally all the time I had to give someone were those quick responses. To me, in my brain, I'm like, oh, well, I'm a total asshole if I don't at least acknowledge I got a
yeah,
message.
at least they
So
got a
let me-
reply. Yes.
Yeah, let me at least acknowledge. But this is where it starts. On November 17th is when she wrote me. The message I had previous to that was on November 9th. And she just said, "Hey, sweetie, wanted to say good luck today. And then I'm thinking about you." So I must have had a court date with Harold back then. And I said, "Okay, thank you." So on November 17th, this is where it all started for me. I get this. "Hey, Dina, I just wanted to warn you about Lay Geno. He turned nasty with me today and made some threats. I thought he was a nice guy." Right. I thought he was a nice guy, but basically he love bombed me and now he's being abusive. "I'm sorry for involving you in all of this, but given the circumstances, I thought it's the right thing to do."
Saying goodbye is abusive? I don't want to be
I,
part of your group is being
I guess.
abusive. I wasn't rude. I
I,
didn't swear. I didn't cuss her out. I was like, if those are your friends, I'm going to make it easy for you and spare you the choice. I'm leaving.
so she sends me that, right? At 6:47 my time, 6:47 p.m. At 8:08 p.m., which would have been when I probably saw the message, I said, "Thank you, Charlotte." Because to me, that's like, all right, heard what you had to say, not getting in the middle of it,
Yeah,
not my
like
circus,
message
not
received
my
kind of thing.
monkeys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thanks for the warning. I got the
yeah,
message.
not my circus, not my monkeys. Then on the 22nd, so 17th,
Yeah,
so
I
4
must have
days
been up on your
later,
panel.
what's
Yeah,
that?
I must have been up on your panel before this
Oh, I
next
don't
one.
even know. But 4 days later, she sends me 2 screenshots out of somebody's Discord. I don't know whose.
I
It
do.
says, the top says chirp, chirp, meow. That's what it says
Yeah,
at the top. Chirp, chirp, meow. I don't know what
yeah,
that
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that a
Carry on.
Discord? I think it's a Discord.
That's a Discord. Yeah. Well,
Okay.
it was. I don't know if it still exists, but yeah.
Okay. And then I don't know if this is you. So it's a screenshot within a screenshot. So I can barely even make out the pictures. But there's a picture, and maybe it's the actual Jay Leno. And the username is has stalkers.
That may or may not be me. It may also be a clone of me. I don't know. I've changed my
Okay.
username so many
So
times.
all it says is those look great. And then there's a screenshot of a screenshot, which when I pull it up is a chat room, somebody's chat room, like from a live chat. I can't read a single fucking comment. I can't read what any of it says, but I think, nope, oh no, I'm in this chat. So I see 2 comments from me that are just like, "Hey, how are you?" You know, something basic, right? And then underneath it is, I guess, supposed to be you. And you're saying, "Has anyone seen me abusing anyone or starting shit in public? I really think people don't see it. You're trying to manipulate people. It's funny." That I can read. So, okay, again, I don't see anything bad here yet.
And I will ask that question again. Has anyone seen me talk any kind of nasty shit other than to defend myself to some weird accusations that aren't true? Have you ever
Not that
seen me
I've
go and
seen.
attack anyone ever and just fuck you and start going in guns
Not
blazing?
that
Don't
I've
do it.
seen.
Never do it.
So this must be you. And then you say, "People send me messages when it starts talking about me," which is all the time. That's it. Those are the 2 screenshots she sent me. I don't know what I was supposed to see in those because nothing says anything about anything.
You
Then
were
she
supposed to
says,
share her delusion and go, "Oh my God, this man is a monster."
I
That's
guess.
what you were supposed to do.
So she
Yeah.
sent me that at 12:17 p.m. So 12 noon in the afternoon, my time. So then she says, "This is just a tiny bit of what I'm experiencing at the moment." So I'm looking at this going, "What are you experiencing?" Like
What are
I
you
don't
experiencing?
yeah, I
Someone
don't
asking
see
you
it.
to leave me alone?
Right. This is a tiny bit of what I'm experiencing at the moment. I know it doesn't even scratch the surface of everything that you've been through, but this Lay Geno guy is clearly watching me, trying to control where I go and manipulating the narrative. This
Okay,
from a
stop,
man
stop,
who,
stop, stop, stop. So what happened was she started following me everywhere I go and then saying I was stalking her. She would show up at channels I didn't even know how she'd found and just like be there in the chat and be, "What? I was here first." Like, yeah, this is a channel I've come to for months that no one knows you on. So today you arrived here first and I'm stalking you?
right,
Like,
she's a weirdo. We get that. She's a weirdo. So she goes on to say, "Control where I go and manipulating the narrative. This is from a man who no less than a week ago was crying about how much in love with me he was
not
until I saw
true.
through him and ghosted him. Please keep this private as I'm trying to starve him of any attention. He's
She
very
really
unbalanced."
starved
Yeah.
me of any of attention.
Yeah.
How does that fit in with what you've done over the last few years?
4 years,
You've
right?
done nothing but talk about me nonstop. Is that
Right?
starving me of attention?
Right?
Now, for the
And me.
record, The
And
only
me.
time I ever showed any emotion in her direction was when she was threatening to kill herself. This woman told me from day one she was suicidal, and that as soon as her daughter became 16 years old, she was going to kill herself because her last duties on earth were now taken care of.
Oh, are you a legal adult at 16 in
Oh,
England?
well, in her sick mind, I'm not saying that.
Oh, I just didn't know if that was
Those
like
were her
law.
words. Yeah,
Okay.
she was like, as soon as my daughter turns 16, I'm just going to kill myself because I don't have any more responsibilities. What?
That's lovely.
And I wish
That's
she'd followed up on that promise. Yeah, I really do. And I don't wish death on anyone, but geez,
I got you.
stick to your promises.
So she says, please keep this quiet as I'm trying to starve him of any attention. He's very unbalanced, and I'm so glad I didn't meet him in person. I want that to stand out. I'm so glad I didn't meet him in person. Sending you strength for court tomorrow. You're a tough cookie, and I know that you can hold your head up high. So about 4 hours later, I just said, yeah, I'm not going to say anything. Like, I'm in my mind, right? I'm reading this going, why the fuck are you telling me this? This is none of my fucking business. You just sent me screenshots that don't show him being abusive or manipulating to you in any way, shape, or form. So I have no fucking clue what you're talking about. So you get a one word or a small sentence from me, like, got your message, heard it, okay.
Frankly,
And
I'm
I'm
astounded
moving
you
along.
replied. And I'm not saying you shouldn't have, but that's not the kind of message I personally would reply to at all. So good luck, good on you for even giving her that.
That's me. I just feel weird if someone sees I saw their messages and I don't answer them. That's just me. I don't like being left on read. So I'm like, God, fuck, I gotta say something. So, but I wanted to stand out that she said here, not that he's done anything to me like you've been through. So I
No,
want everyone to
at
understand
all.
she believed what happened to me. But the second I didn't white knight for her and
Oh,
attack
yeah, there's that
Lay
too. Yeah.
Geno, then I was a fucking liar and I was a shitty mom and I allowed my kid to be fucking molested and beat and all these disgusting, vile fucking things that she has said.
Also, notice she admits there that I haven't actually done anything to her.
And that you never met her in person.
By choice, by the way.
Right. But which is a big thing to be known, Lay, because she's telling everybody the last, I don't know, couple months how fucking abusive
At the
you were to
start of
her.
us talking, I was down to meet her because she lived close by. We were getting along, right? Like a couple of weeks into talking to her, I was looking for an out. Like,
Right.
and look, again, I'll just give you this little personal detail. So I went through a lot of bereavements during December and January. I lost my mom and my son.
I'm very
Yeah.
sorry.
So she was very depressed at that time, and she was using me as her like emotional support network. And I could feel myself going into my standard December depression, right? Because it happens every year. And I chose like to be nice to her. I was like, look, just so you don't feel like I'm just disappearing on you or like I'm just like not giving a fuck about what you're going through. I need to let you know that this is a hard time of year for me. I hadn't told anyone at this point that I even had a son. I lost my son when he was 2 days old. She was the only person that knew. She waited until New Year's Eve to reveal that information to the trolls so they could start trolling me about it.
That's disgusting. But that shows you the type of person she
Oh,
is.
and by the way,
Because
at the
why
same time, going using my grief obviously to try and hurt my feelings, but at the same time denying it and going, "Oh no, he made up the whole story. He never even had a kid." Same shit she did to you. I'm just pointing that out to show the
no, that's
parallel.
disgusting. That's what I'm saying. Same thing. So Miss, don't talk about my kids. He's attacking my kids. What did she do? She attacked yours and she attacked mine.
Yeah, my
And
son
saw
would have been
nothing wrong.
12
And saw
this
nothing
January,
wrong
for
with
the
that.
record.
Yep, it's disgusting.
My son would have been 12 this January. He never got to come home from the hospital. He never got to leave the hospital, and I still miss him every day. But I have to pretend like that was just a made up story, right? Okay, because the trolls, it's so fucking gross what they do.
It is gross. And what I've tried to explain in past streams is it's gross what they say about my daughter because like Abe saying that I allowed her to be raped or them saying that I allowed someone to molest her or to
Just
beat
so
her. What they
disgusting.
don't get is, hang on one second. I'm sorry. Hang on one second.
I heard the door, don't worry. Just catching up with chat. I see some
All right.
comments.
I'm sorry. Christian came in and he makes me lose my train of thought.
Oh, hey, no, I like
but
Christian. I haven't seen him in
But
ages.
what they don't understand by doing that to my daughter, they're victimizing her when she was never a victim to begin with. And what they say stays on the internet forever. And the last thing I want my child at some point to do is stumble across it and go, What the fuck? Holy shit, mom. Why is anybody saying I was raped? I was never raped. Why is anybody saying that
And
you
then
allowed
you have
someone
to
to
give
molest me?
context.
Like,
Yes, and then you have to give context to that horrible, shitty chain of events. Yes.
exactly. And although she's not stupid, she's very intelligent. And although she is aware of what I went through, of course, there are tons of details
Of
that I
course,
have
because you
always
protect your
kept from
child.
her.
Yes, because
Yes,
you don't want them to hurt. Yes.
exactly. But instead, they have weaponized it and used it
She
against me.
weaponizes her own child. She comes out there swinging her child as a weapon, hiding behind her own child as a human shield, and then saying, "He doxed me daughter." I've never mentioned her daughter. Never fucking mentioned her.
I
Other
think
than to
she's
say,
special.
"I've never mentioned her," or say, "Stop accusing me of stuff." I've never mentioned that child once. I feel sorry for the kid. Genuinely, I do.
I do too, because I think Charlotte is a complete fucking
Well,
mental
I
case.
witnessed firsthand how she talks to her, so I know that whatever. I can talk about parenting, and I don't even do that because then it will be used as an excuse that I'm talking about her kid.
Of
I've
course, and
seen
they're
I've
gonna
seen
already
her
turn this
parenting
into
skills. I've seen her parenting skills behind the scene. I've heard how she talks and interacts with her child. Not pleasant.
so here's where she continues. She says, "He's clearly a textbook narcissist, and I'm glad I saw through his Mr.
Oy
Nice
vey.
Guy act." So then the next message comes through, let's see, a day later because I don't respond, and she says, "Hope everything's well. How is it going with you today?" And I don't say anything. For some reason, I just respond, "Thank you," because she said, "Hope everything's going well." So again, she's not getting from me what she needs. Then she's asking me stuff about court, which I don't have to go into. Then she says, "This lay guy was in a private cam chat with Liz and says she's old enough to do porn at 18 and keeps talking about my 14-year-old daughter. He's a creep. He threatened to revenge porn me and send CPS to my house. He told
Never
me
done
live
that
yesterday
once.
to go kill myself and he wants to spit in my face. I know you're telling 100% truth about what Harold did to you. Hear that, everybody? 100% truth, but now I'm a liar about what Harold did to you, but I'm doing the same thing with this lay guy. He's just
Ugh.
evil." He
The
said,
idea, sorry, Dina, to interrupt you. The
"Mhm,
idea
go
that she
ahead.
would even compare herself to you, what you
Mhm.
actually went through, and what she's pretending to have gone through because her feelings are hurt. That false
Yeah,
comparison alone is more than insulting. It's fucking gross.
it is gross." She said multiple times in the last couple months, she was lucky to get away from you. She was tormented and
She has
tortured.
followed me everywhere I go. What do you mean, lucky to get away from it? I beg for the day this woman loses interest in me and fucks off. What
Same.
the fuck?
Same. I think it is creepy and weird that 4 years later, not only is she doing the same thing to you, that she's doing it to me, and I never did a single thing to this woman other than not attack you for
I
her.
could name at least 5 other people she's done this to as well, by the way. So,
Oh, go
yeah,
ahead. Name
there's
them.
that.
I'd love to know this.
Well, there's 2 of her former exes. 3 again, I'm keeping some people's names out of it because I don't want them to be
Oh, yeah.
harassed.
No, that's
I
fine.
can tell you in private. Yeah, even her friends recently. She went and befriended every single one of my exes. Every single girl I've dated. They're now like a little Not Le Geno hate group, which is Coven. She's incited them to make their own false reports to the police.
Okay. So I don't know how it works over there, but here in the States, if you make false police reports, that's a crime that you can go to
I'm
jail for.
pursuing it. I'm pursuing it. Unfortunately, the law works slowly here, but it does work. I'm
Oh,
pursuing
the
it,
law
yes.
works slowly here
It's
too.
called a vexatious lawsuit here in the UK, using the
Okay.
police as a weapon, yes.
Okay. But it is illegal.
Yes, especially when you incite other people to do it.
Right, because that's brigading.
Yes.
So is she aware?
She's gonna get
Oh,
herself in a lot of trouble. She doesn't realize this. I've also filed for a restraining order, which I'm waiting to hear back on.
oh, do you not get those quickly
Restraining
there?
orders are kind of different here in the UK. It's different to American law. It's weird. So I've got my lawyer working on it, and I've spent a lot of money on it, and I don't care, and I'm going to spend a lot more.
Oh, so you sound like me. So I'm sure you're aware that I had Abe's channel subpoenaed. The cops subpoenaed his Google account and all of his information. The FBI are looking into things with him. This has been ongoing for a little over a
Yeah.
year.
So
So I
she gave my address that she got secondhand from another crazy girl. to a predator hunter who then started threatening to show up at my door. He was already served with a cease and desist and threatened with arrest if he did anything. Like it's getting bad. So the last time the police called me and asked me to attend a voluntary now you understand it's called a voluntary interview, but the
Right.
implication is if you don't show up, we can arrest you to interview you, right? And I
Right.
told them point blank, I am refusing to come. If you believe you have grounds to arrest me, please come and arrest me. This is wasting police time, and I'm planning on pursuing it. So if you want to waste your time with more false reports from this lady you already know is crazy, then by all means, you have my address. Come to my door, arrest me. I'll be nothing but cooperative. You're wasting my time and you're wasting yours. They called me back less than 24 hours later and said, there's no charges, there's no case. Like, da, 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 da.
And have they made her come in for these as well?
No, but then I went and filed a complaint, and now they are forced to look at that by law.
Well, I hope it's worth it, Charlotte. I love
And
too how
I
they
do
all
have
say
evidence
they're
of her
not real
colluding,
lifers, but she's obviously real lifing it.
slandering me. Do you know here in this country, if you call someone a pedophile, and they're not a convicted pedophile, that's a jailable offense.
Yeah, I wish it was like that here. I do know it's like that in other countries.
Yeah.
Well,
And
I'll
if you
tell
do
you
that
what.
in public, that's also under some circumstances considered incitement because people have been known to act violent based on hearing that about people. For example, there was a pediatrician here in the UK who had his house burnt down because some dummy confused the word pediatrician with pedophile. That's a true story from the UK.
I 100% believe that because I've also had the back and forth with the other idiot, the Britfag idiot, where when I filed my restraining order on Nicole, which is what all, they're all weak and feeding off of her emotions since I've never done anything personally to them. But when he took this vendetta against me because of that, the reason that got filed to begin with is because Nicole made a statement about shooting my child, about shooting us. I can't even remember exactly what it says now, but my kid was a part of that restraining order. And they were like, who would she shoot? She couldn't shoot anybody. I'm like, do you all watch the news? Do you not see how many people get shot on a daily basis in the United States? How many schools get
So
shot up? How many lunatics shoot
they've
people
made
out
it
of their
their
cars?
stated goal that they were going to fly a bomb my neighborhood and tell everyone I was a pedophile to get me killed. That was their stated aim.
That's disgusting. Yeah, I take all those things seriously. Like I said, here in the States, and in certain states in particular, you don't even need a license to carry. You can just have a gun. You can wear it on your hip. I think everyone knows people are
Yeah.
lunatics with guns here in the state because they're so easily accessible.
You
So
have
when someone
stand
makes a
your
threat
ground
about
laws,
shooting,
you have
I take
castle
it
laws.
seriously. Yeah, I
Yeah.
take it seriously when someone makes a threat about a gun. I'm not going to sit back and be like, oh, well, they said it. Maybe they mean it. Maybe they don't. I don't know. So I
Even
totally
if I
understand.
don't take it seriously as in I'm scared, I take it seriously as in I will deal with it as a legal threat.
Absolutely. I agree with that. And I know that I legally can't do anything to her for all the disgusting, vile shit and lies she has said about me because she's there and I'm here.
Oh, you
But
absolutely can. And if you'd like to provide my local police with a witness statement, I'm happy to have them reach
I
out.
would love to do that. I was going to say, I would happily even help finance your case against her.
I
I
don't need
have
money, but if you want to write
4,
a witness statement,
I
absolutely do
would
that.
love to. I have 4 years of screenshots and audio and bullshit from her jumping all over YouTube.
I have
Like I
8
said,
separate witness reports of 8 separate individuals who have been willing to file reports, and 6 of those 8 provided ample documentation and evidence too. So,
you got my email. You know how to get a hold of me.
sure,
You
we're in
just tell
touch.
me how and when, and I will happily
And
write it up.
likewise,
And
I'm not willing to provide people's details online for the purposes of trolling, but if anyone needs legal details for specific legal cases, for actual legal cases and not personal vendettas, I'm happy to provide those too.
I love that.
I
Yeah,
just
I would
can't do it
definitely.
online because I'll get accused of whatever, right? But
Right.
if it's a legitimate thing where police are involved, I'm happy to help.
Well, yeah, I would absolutely love that. I have attempted when it comes to the Britfag idiot because he's just so fucking vile, and I just don't know what this guy's fucking issue is with me.
All I know about the guy is he's lost several accounts and he's her little monkey to her organ grinder. He does her
Oh
bidding.
yeah, Well,
Yeah.
he's lost accounts due to me. I struck him twice today alone where stuff was taken down. I got 3 more out that are going to go through. I strike him left and right, not because I'm super sad or hurt by the stuff he puts up, because it's nonstop harassment, and I can strike you when you use my photo, my name, when you restream me, when you do, I'm
I
doing it the
also
way.
flag stuff on other people's behalfs if I see doxes or personal information. Just be aware
Oh,
of that,
he's
trolls. If I
he's
see
back
any
to Dave.
trolls, even if it's
He
someone I don't like for example, today someone called Greiker was being doxed. I can't stand Greiker. I still blocked and banned that account. I still reported that account to YouTube. I don't
He
like
has
the shit you're
up
doing.
for, like, I don't know, the 5th or 6th time court documents from when I filed my initial restraining order on Harold, which shows my signature clear as day, my name. It's got, addresses, phone numbers, my kid's name is in it, et cetera, et cetera. He put it up for like the 5th or
Now,
6th time
the
today.
responsible thing there to do would be to redact any personal information and still put the evidence
So
up. If you want to show
he
evidence, if you want to be a responsible YouTuber and show the facts, that's fine. But you don't, you can put a blur over someone's name and signature.
so he did that this time for the first time ever, but he left my signature clear as day right under where he blacked out my name and print. My
Which is
fucking
encouraging
signature.
fraud. Some would argue that's even a criminal thing. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, but that's enabling
Exactly.
fraud. Yeah.
Exactly. My signature's there clear as day. But the reason he does it is to pick apart what I wrote in it, which he's been trying to do for years, which I've already explained, which I don't know anybody an explanation anyways. But he's like, she tried to have the restraining order removed off of him. No shit. I have talked about this. Under duress, he threw me in a fucking car, drove me to the courthouse, told me to go in and get the restraining order dropped, blah, 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 blah. When I went in, I wrote a ridiculous thing out that the judge would know was not serious, when I'm like, I feel like this is a witch hunt and I want to drop this. And it was immediately denied. And that's the whole reason I wrote it out the way I did, for her to go,
Yeah, I
she's
mean,
not doing
you
this
may
in
as
her
well
right
have put
mind. And
SOS at the start of every line. You know what I
right,
mean? Like,
right. And what did the judge come back and do? Called me privately and said, did you write this on your own volition, or were you under distress when you did it? I said, no, he threw me in a fucking car and drove me here and told me he was going to beat the shit out of me if I didn't come in and get this dropped. I mean, I'm not an unintelligent person based off the initial report of what I wrote to get the restraining order. And then you see this ridiculous thing that I write. So for him to
yeah.
go, Dina's just a liar, nothing ever happened, she wanted to get it dropped. Like, dude, you weren't there. You didn't live my life. You weren't a part
Again,
of everything
the
happening.
judge understood what it was. So it doesn't really
Exactly.
matter if these dummy haters see it or not, but they see it too. They're just trying to like manufacture something, get some traction going while
That's
their
all they
tires
do
spin in the
is
mud.
that's all they do is manufacture shit when it comes to me. Why they're so obsessed with my personal life, my boyfriend, my house, doing
Because the
being
truth
a part.
doesn't make you look bad, Dina. Same way the truth doesn't make me look bad. It makes me look angry at sometimes. It makes me look
Right.
foul-mouthed at sometimes, but it doesn't make me look like the bad guy. Yeah, so they have to lie. They have to manufacture. They have to reinterpret and rewrite history to make you be the bad guy, because
And
that's the narrative.
I know that. And look, I also know that this guy has like next to no subs, and he literally has 2 people, which is Donna and Charlotte,
Also,
that
you
comment
see
on every
yourself.
post, and the only followers that follow him. It's just the point of the nonstop, consistent harassment
You read
that
out
I'm
Charlotte's own words. She knows what you went through. She was supporting you supposedly when it suited her agenda, right? She was happy
right.
to tell you all the stuff that you definitely did go through. Yes, my fellow sister, help me now. Get this guy. Yeah?
Right.
The phoniness is clear for all to see. That's not the issue. Is when does the crazy stop? When does the crazy stop? How long can they maintain this hate fuel that they're running on?
Well, I said that at the beginning of the stream. I said, I turned 50 last Sunday. I know Charlotte's
Happy
older than me.
birthday.
I know Donna's older than me. I don't know how old Britfag is. I assume he's my age or older. What are they going to be? 55, 60, 65, and still talking about Dina and what happened to her between 2019 and 2021? Like, is that where you all are going to be stuck
Pardon
in
my
5,
use
10
of this
years?
word, but it's retarded, and I mean that in the medical sense of the word, as
I
in
know.
delayed, stunted growth. Like, it's retarded. They're already 4 or 5 years past getting over their feelings, the due date of them doing that. So it's already spoilt food inside that packaging. It's already past its shelf life. What can you do? What are we going to do? Magically open up the packaging and find them healed inside? No, it's rotten fruit.
I know. I mean, not that I 100,000,000% do not agree with what she's done and said in regards to you and everything you're dealing with legally with that. I can understand, oh, she feels like a scorned woman, so I'm just going to get him for what he did to me. Again, don't agree with it.
For
Can
5
kind of
years?
understand the mentality to that, but I have personally never done anything to
Right.
these 3 people.
Even if you
ever.
can understand the mentality, though, can you understand the duration? Because that's the bit I can't fathom.
No,
I've
because
never felt that way more than like 5 days, let alone 5 fucking years,
right,
5 months.
I know. I said at the beginning of this stream, like, I sold that house. I don't live there anymore. Like the fact that I had to make that video to show, like, here's these women calling me not a victim and a liar. And here's all this photographic and audio and all this proof of disgustingness, right? But I don't live there anymore. Like, I don't enjoy making those videos. I don't like reliving it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. Like, that is in the past for me. I do not and have not ever tried to get a hold of him, write him, none of that. Like, I don't even know if you know that, when Harold's sister came here to YouTube and started attacking me
Yeah, I
previous
remember
to him.
actually, yes. Yeah.
Right, previous to him being sentenced, because he did get sentenced to 15 years. So previous to him going to prison, who was right there? Charlotte and Donna supporting Harold. I know she's a liar, da da da, this and that. She's a horrible They literally sat
Same
on
way
his
she was
sister's.
supporting Anderson Henderson, a 40-year-old man dating a 16-year-old girl and calling the girl fat and a willing victim and a crying victim, and, "Oh, you love the abuse," yeah?
Exactly,
And then
disgusting.
I'm a
But
creep for meeting her several years later and only befriending her because she was being attacked by the same people I was.
right.
And somehow I'm a pervert and I'm e-jacking with her and yada yada. It's disgusting.
Right, but Charlotte's not disgusting, befriending an actual convicted pedophile sister and then white knighting for him and
Or telling
attacking me.
Anderson Henderson he did nothing wrong. He did nothing wrong.
I don't know if you've showed copies of all that to fucking police or whatever your
Everyone
CPS people
has,
are, but
umpteen times. And do you know what the sad thing is? This is still a waste of police time because other than the harassment factor, none of this is something they should be dealing with.
no, I agree with that too.
I am actually like, okay, I don't like all cops universally across the board because there's some very shitty police officers. But I
Right,
respect the police. I'm pro police. I don't have a
right.
problem with law enforcement. I've never have my whole life. Like
Me either.
I've helped them in the past.
I have never, ever, ever in my life up until Harold had to even deal with the police. Never until him and until this YouTube bullshit.
Just by being a dude who's out and about and in the streets of London, I have helped apprehend 2 criminals just by accident. I'm not trying to be a hero, not trying to help. One time they busted through my friend's shop window and we just held them there until the police arrived. It's not like I have more positive reports on my name with the police than the negative ones. I assure you. The only criminal act I've ever had against my name was a caution, not even an arrest, for having half a joint in my pocket when I was like 18. It's like,
Right. But I'm sure they'll make a big deal about that.
well, again, thanks to these weirdos, I've been investigated. It's been confirmed. I have no criminal record. So sometimes if I wanted to make fun of these people, I would just show all the times them trying to get me has blown up in their face. I don't need to retaliate. They self-emulate.
I kind of get that. I think it's super creepy that Britfag has spent his time from the UK, wherever he fucking lives, involving himself in my real life court cases, emailing and writing judges. I love how he's like, I'm not a real lifer, but he has involved himself in my personal real life more times than I can tell you. When Donna attacked me the first time when I finally decided to say something after years of attack from her, what do? They run to Abe and they tell Abe to attack me for them. He puts a post up that says, attack my family members and see what happens to you. So what does Abe do? Abe does a live stream showing my house, shows my house, my address, my cars, like all this shit, right? I struck it. It
Do you
got
know
taken down.
that Abe has been doxxed himself recently and his criminal record was recently released to the public?
Because I also cannot say things because of legal stuff. I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna
I'm
leave
just saying
that with.
that
I'm
that
gonna leave
happens.
that with. But has he? But has
Oh,
he?
well, okay. Well,
Trust
is
me.
there that just
That's
makes me
coming.
think there's more to find. That's all
Oh
that
yeah,
makes me
trust
think.
me.
Okay.
That's coming. This is not done. He
All
thinks
right.
he's well
All
and
right.
safe and good, and no, 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 no,
Again,
no,
all
no.
my primary accusers have ended up being revealed to be scumbags, liars in their own situations. Charlotte has lurched from disaster to disaster to disaster, trying to prove what a scumbag I am. Everyone she's befriended who tried to get me has then turned around and gone, "Yeah, she lied, and here's the proof." One guy who
Oh,
can't even stand me, I like he lost his girlfriend of 10 years because of me, and I'm not saying that to brag. The guy can't stand me, and he still defends and clears my name because he has to tell the truth. She tried to
yeah.
get him to set me up,
She's just plain out
and trust me, this guy
disgusting.
has no reason to be speaking in my favor.
Right. Right. No, I get it. I hope y'all don't live close to each other where you have to worry about like bumping
Unfortunately,
into
I
her at
live
the grocery store.
no, not that close, and I've moved 3 times since because this crazy bitch had my address. Like,
Is Are things public information there like they are here?
no, but people can find you anyway.
Well, yeah. I mean that I know, but you can't just like go look people up like you can here. You can
I
find
mean,
out anything.
technically, everyone is on an electoral register if they're registered to vote, and you can pay to access that information. Yeah, but it's kind of weird. It's some parts are protected, some bits are very public. The UK is very weird, and we don't actually have doxing laws here in the UK. We have malicious communication laws. So, saying someone's name that's already in the public domain is not considered doxing, but saying their name with the intent to get people to go and harass them, that very much
Right.
is. Um,
Right.
yeah. So Charlotte has fallen foul of the law many times. She's committed many crimes herself.
Well, I always say, you reap what you sow. In
Yeah.
time, karma catches up to everybody for the shit that they do that they shouldn't be doing. I think she has mental illness because I can't understand a grown adult spending 4 years of their time not only, and I didn't even know till you came here and told me that she's still doing it to you, but that she's still doing it to me because I didn't attack you for her. Like, first off, I don't know what the hell she thinks I could have done for her and when it comes to you. We're
Well,
not even in the same
I've
country.
encouraged her from day one, and everyone who has interacted with her from day one, to actively ask her for proof. She claims she has evidence. Please let her show it to you. No
And
one
I
has
have
seen
said
this
that.
proof. No one
I have
has
said
seen this
that.
proof. So she
Yep,
did the same thing. Do you know a YouTuber called Scuddy? Scuddy? She's
no.
Skadi. She went up there
Mm-mm.
on her channel and did the exact same thing. I went up there. I was a fan. We were friends at the time. So and she went up there and Jenna is this and Jenna is that. And so, I got a bit annoyed because, like, obviously people wanted to hear like the scandal, right? So they put me backstage and let Charlotte have her little say, and then I went back up on stage and was like, very simple: ask her for proof. You heard the accusations, now ask her for proof. She sent Scotty some non-proof thing, and then expected her to go up and do a follow-up show.
Yeah.
And then she went up the next live and was like, "How comes you're not calling out, not Legion or yada yada yada?" And
Hmm.
I went up there and I was like, "Well, look at this little interaction between me and Scotty." And I emailed her and said, "So did she send you any proof?" And Scotty was like, "No, not really. Some vague nothing." And I was like, "Can you go and clear my name now?" And she's like, "To be honest with you, I don't really want to talk about it." And I was like, "Fair enough. I'm not going to pressure you." Like, it's done.
I mean, the YouTube world lives for receipts, right? That's what we are here. They live for receipts. Look at all the receipts I had to put out to prove my shit. And every time someone calls me out, I'll give you another, and I'll give you another, and I'll give you another. But where are your receipts, Charlotte? Where are your receipts, Donna?
Now
Where are they?
there's all kinds of clips of me talking shit on people and smashing the ridiculousness of their lies and calling them all kinds of names for the stupid goofy shit they're trying to do to me. But there's no clips of me actually committing this alleged crimes that you've. It's odd. Not a screenshot of a DM, not a recorded phone call, nothing. Every single movement not Legeno has done on the internet has been recorded somehow, but apparently not my alleged crimes. Odd, very odd
Right.
that.
I can hear her in her squeaky fucking Mary Poppins squealing, screaming banshee voice
He
right now.
doxed me daughter. He doxed me daughter.
Have you heard, everybody? That not Lady he's a monster. That Dina, let me tell you about that Dina.
And listen, if I
Fucking
wanted to
mental.
be a bitch and I really was as vile and nasty as these people say I am, number one, I've never threatened to physically harm anybody on this fucking platform, nor would I ever. So the fact that one of them posted today, I've already talked to the police about you. Good, send them over. You know where I live. I haven't threatened you. So
And
go
if I
ahead, send them
wanted to
over and
be
I'll show them
mean,
the 4 years of your bullshit. That's the first thing. If Charlotte had half a brain, you friended me on Facebook, Charlotte. Your messages are still in my messenger. Your Facebook page is fucking public. Your children are all over it. Links to find your children's pages are all over it. Their
and
first and
serves as
last
further
names. If
proof
I was
that you
truly a
only
bitch, would
contact
I have
people to
not put
harass
that
me.
out there?
And your interactions serve as further proof that she only messages people about harassing me.
Exactly. And the proof is all the vile things they've consistently said and done to me and hurting me with when it comes to my child. I've never said her children's names or what their possible ages are or sent anyone to their Facebook pages or taken any of their photos or posted any of them online or harassed her children or said anything about them ever in any way, shape, or form.
So
But
I can't prove what I'm about to say next, but I'm 100% convinced it's true. She has sent people to my channel using her daughter's name so that she can then accuse me of doxing her daughter. Every time I ban that account. Every time.
that's
Every time
disgusting.
someone comes into my chat and talks shit about her kid, I ban that account or I tell them to stop if it's a friend of mine and I make sure that they don't carry on.
She a couple weeks ago was in Raychella's, her and Donna both. And because you probably don't know this part, or maybe you do, I don't know, Ricardo, who used to date Donna, who Donna accused of being abusive to her, blah, 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 blah,
Oh, it's
blah.
that Donna. Okay, yes, now I'm putting the dots together. Okay,
Okay.
I
So
just didn't know
she's
which Donna you were talking about, but yeah.
gotcha. So she is still going on 4 years later about Ricardo, the same way
Oh,
Charlotte is
jeez.
doing to you and to
Oh,
me.
jeez.
And both of them, right? And they're like buddy buddy. So finally Ricardo had enough and he emailed me in private. And when he did, he sent me screenshots of all of his and Donna's text messages back and forth where Donna had continued to text him and chase after him for years after the supposed abuse he gave her, right? You'll never find a message of me with Harold going, I love you, take me back, blah, 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 right? But she was basically doing that to him. In the midst of him sending me screenshots, he sent me a photo of Donna holding a newborn that one of her children had. I didn't ask for it. I blocked out the kid in the photo and said, look, I know things. He showed me the letter where you got accepted for a job, like, you know, this, that, whatever. So they go into Raychella's and I'm in there not acknowledging them at all. I ignore them always, not acknowledge them. And they start putting things in chat, basically saying I'm a pedophile, the two of them.
Sick.
So
Rachel is one of the primary people who is part of that hate mob as well, and her own shit stings. Did you know that Rachella once trolled a mentally ill woman into sending her
I know all these things when it comes to Rachella. I will just say this. Rachella was one of the first people to befriend me on this platform that immediately dumped Harold and has always 100% had my back when it has come to that situation. We have had private text
That's fine.
messages. We have each other's phone numbers where we have talked through the years. She has never, as far as I know, shared a message between her and I. We live 45 minutes apart from each other. So we're very close to each other
That's
here.
fine, and if you're friends, but I
No.
would say that her own shit record is not clean. Let me say it
I
that way.
gotcha. She's never done anything to me, is where I'm getting at. But they decide to attack me in Rachela's chat and are alluding to me being a pedophile to people within that chat who don't know me. So I finally said something. Charlotte loses her mind. Rachella was actually not on her panel at the time. She had two other people on the panel. Charlotte goes up. I've never heard that woman actually speak and not be on a panel where she's not screaming and like losing her mind like a lunatic.
Let
And
me guess,
she's just
she called
screaming and
everyone
yelling.
cunts.
Yeah, she's just screaming and yelling, that fat bitch, this, that, just going off. And eventually they just said, we're not doing that. And they just like fucking cut her off and kicked her off the panel. And those
Yeah,
people who
she's
did
worn
that
out
don't
her
even like
welcome.
me. But
No,
it was
she's worn out her welcome everywhere she goes. Even her own friends just tell her to shut the fuck up now.
funny
Enough
as shit.
about
And
Jenna.
Rachel was like, "Look, I gave you a wrench in the chat because I hadn't been in Rachel's channel in years. I just don't go there because of people that go there, like Charlotte, like Donna."
Mhm.
She's like, "I gave you a wrench." She's like, "Charlotte opens her mouth one time, block her ass, and I don't give a fuck what she says about it." So what happened was they were
Good.
alluding to me being a pedophile, so I timed Charlotte out for 3 days or whatever the max was that you could
300
do.
seconds, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
I
something
think
that's like a
I think
couple
it's 48 hours is the longest one. I'm not sure.
whatever it is. I timed her out for the longest thing, and I was like, go fucking eat a Snickers. See you back in a couple days. And she lost her mind and jumped on panel and was screaming and fucking yelling. And she's abusing that wrench. I'm like, I'm not abusing shit. It's Rachel's channel. She told me if you were a fucking bitch that I could do that, so I did. Zero fucks
Yeah,
given.
learn to act right. How about that? Learn how to act correct
Right?
in public.
But the fact that she jumped up there, she was so fucking mad. I was cracking up. She's screaming and yelling at me, and I'm just sitting here laughing. Christian goes, "What the hell is that?" I said, "Oh, that's a pissed off Mary Poppins. That's what that is."
So she'll do this thing where she comes up onto people's panels and starts lecturing them by their first name. So Poon Handler, she'll go up on his John, what have we talked about? Yeah, what have we said? And this really fake condescending voice trying to tell people what to do. And they just let her talk for like 5 minutes and they're like, yeah, okay, whatever, bye, bitch.
It's like whenever she's screaming and yelling and she's doing her thing, seriously, all I can think of is like an irate Mary Poppins. That's the first thing that comes to my mind. She's forever ruined Mary Poppins for me, both the original and the new version.
So, it's a bit weird. Can I share a video screen? We have a character here in the UK from UK Kids TV show called Grot Bags.
What is it
This
called?
is who she. So the TV show was a weird guy, Rod Hull, and Emu. But there was a character on there who was a witch with green skin and green hair called Grot Bags, and she kind of reminds me of her. I'm going to put the screen share up backstage.
Okay.
Give me a sec. They're all kind of like weird songs, and
Well, that would make sense why she likes the weird Britfag guy. Every channel he has is some kind of British personality, I guess. There's Terry Thomas, there's Cupid Stunt, there's Derek's Don't Run, there's Flash something. They're all like off of TV characters.
okay,
But
I guess
not
I'll
any-
just play the one that's the most musical. But if we're going to be forced to listen to shit songs, give me a sec. I'll do a screen share.
I'm
Now,
expecting something like
I know I'm going to be accused of being mean and I'm bullying and look, he's harassing me, but she genuinely reminds me, looks wise, of this woman. If this woman didn't have the makeup on, this is Grot Bags from 80s TV show in the UK.
Okay.
Give me that. 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 Give me that thing. Give me
Actual
that.
face.
Give me that. Give me that.
That's what she reminds me of.
Give me that. Give me. Give me. Give me. Give me that. Give me that. Give me. Give me. Give me that.
And the body shape isn't dissimilar either.
Give me that thing.
Also, the harassing and using of children as weapons. If anything, this character is slightly more charming because it's for kids' TV. This was the villain in the kids' TV show. She'd come in and scare the kids.
Give me that. 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 Give me that thing. Give me that. Give me.
I genuinely think that Charlotte took her inspiration on her personality from this.
From this woman?
Yeah.
I'm lost, can't do my thing.
That's why I say, give me that thing. Give me that, give me that, give me,
I mean,
give me that, give me
This
that.
is actually funny.
The body similarity is astounding. I will say that.
Give me that thing.
I didn't think you'd ever see two human beings that same shape, but
What goes the metronome without
All right, that was fucking
Alright,
funny.
yeah,
When
enough of that.
when you said it was gonna be like a kid's weird show, however you described it, my first thought was, "Oh my god, this is probably gonna
Oh,
be
no,
something as
yeah.
bad as America's Bozo the Clown." Are you familiar with that?
Yeah, it's our low rent version of that, I guess.
Well,
Without the budget.
Bozo the Clown was low budget to begin with.
Yeah, and take away that budget, and you've got British television.
Hi, Loopy. Hi, Kiwi. Hi, whoever else just jumped in.
Listen,
I'm
I
sorry.
can't really stay up too long. It's super late here in the UK. Are there any like
No,
follow-up closing questions? Anything you need to know
no,
before
you're
I
good.
disappear?
I'm gonna be ending this myself because it's 9 p.m. here and I get up very early for work. I'm up by like 4:30. So I said I might make this a two-parter, but I'm gonna chit chat with you on the side. I don't know if there's a way to talk to you
Okay,
outside
listen,
of email.
absolutely. If you email me, I'm happy to send you my phone number and we can do WhatsApp or whatever's easiest for you.
That works. That's cool. Because yeah,
Okay.
I'm definitely willing to give you whatever you need to help.
My
Like,
number has also been doxed thanks to trolls of the internet. So again, I don't mind giving it.
gotcha.
So
I
yeah,
don't worry about mine because if anybody annoyed me with it, I'll just fucking change it.
yeah, it's that. Let's just say that's my public phone number and leave it at
Gotcha.
that.
All right, cool.
He has a good boy phone and a naughty boy phone.
Gotcha. I
Okay.
only have one phone, so it is my actual. So don't give it to anybody. But
I won't. All right. Listen, I'm going to peace out. Thank you to your lovely audience.
you.
I am still
Thanks for
subscribed.
coming
I'll
up.
be back. I am still
All
being
right.
lurking and watching and hitting like.
All
Keep
right,
doing
cool.
you. You're awesome.
Thanks for coming up. Have a good night. Hi, Loopy. Hi, whoever else I missed. I did have some more things. If you guys want to stick around for a little while still, I'll go through some of the other stuff. And maybe I'll save the video I did with Lay's explanation for another time because he came up and was so kind to tell us about it himself. Maybe I'll just save everything I have for the next one because I'm sure there's probably already been like 40 community posts about me in the 1 hour and 57 minutes and 7 seconds that I've been here. That's kind of where I'm going with this. So let's pick it back up. Maybe tomorrow. Oh no, not at all. Lay Jeno, I appreciate it. I appreciate you coming up and talking and not a problem at all. Sorry. Anyways, I got some chats and stuff that I need to catch up with. Thank you, Gail. Hi, I didn't see you. I absolutely cannot stream tomorrow because I have some stuff going on, but how I will set something up for Tuesday or Wednesday. We'll do it part 2 with the other videos that I put together. I'm sure they'll have a lot to say about me between now and then, which will just give me more content anyways. So I would appreciate it if you guys would go to my community tab page and read the bullshit that these lunatics have been saying for the last few days and go back and watch my video from the beginning, this live stream from the beginning, if you didn't get to see it, where I threw together a video with some explanation of some stuff. And there's more that I'll be doing. Trigger warning, trigger warning. If you go back, I might take the stream when it's done and edit out that beginning part and just have it from where Lay came in, where it made some more sense about stuff. But yeah, I think that's about where we're at. So I myself am going to go to bed because I am super tired, and I'll chat with you guys soon.